Hey, what's up everybody? Vexkey here, dropping a video on a great combo team with Jean and Venti. If you have Jean and Venti, this will always work, but also you don't really need Jean. You just need a good DPS character, which means you could have Razor, Beto, anybody of your choice really, as long as they're a good point guard. Even Fishcl could be a main DPS because she does more normal attack damage than Venti. So my Jean has a lot of physical damage because of the artifacts she has. What you want to focus on for your Venti is elemental damage, elemental mastery for your swirl damage, which I got 113 on. With Fishcl, you want to build attack and elementary master. Even though mine isn't that high, you will still see the effect of how well it played out when I was using it in a team combo. And her crit damage is 70.5, which is really good. Then I got Xiangling. She's not where I want her to be, but she has 700 attack, and I need to get some elementary damage on her, elementary mastery damage on her. But she also has a physical bonus, which I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upgrade that real fast, so I can get a little bit more DPS when I'm going to fight. And what I'm about to do next after this is I'm gonna show you guys some quick footage of all my sets on each character, so you know what I'm working with. Because to be honest, I don't really have the greatest DPS. I do have good DPS on my main character and Venti's elementary mastery with attack, but it's not like I have 1,000 attack or 1,600 attack yet, which I can have with other pieces that I have in my vault of artifacts. But I just choose to use this type of build because it works out really well with how I use them. And also, when you're building a team, you always want to try to, build a team focused on what works well with each other. Or when you're fighting like a certain specific monster, say you're fighting an Electro monster and you're using a water or cryo type, try to see what the effect comes out, like the elemental combinations like superconduct and overload. You don't really have to know the terminology, but knowing the elemental combinations and what it causes will actually lead you up to better DPS output. Like when you have Electro and Pyro, you get an overload, which is AoE fire damage, and when you get superconduct, it's Electro and Cryo, which is ice, which is AoE ice damage and defense reduction when you land that on any enemy or boss, whatever you're fighting. And then also Melt was one of my favorites. Is 2 times the damage if it's triggered by fire, and if it's like ice, it's like 1.5 damage. And then also my other favorite is Vaporize, which is the same as Melt. It does the same exact ability as Melt, which is very good because that means it'll scale to 4.0 if you do it correctly. Now, I just got through showing you guys my sets, and you're about to see the team combination in the next video. And I got 2 team combinations, which also involves Kaeya, which I didn't show in the video because he's not all that great and he doesn't really have too much, but it's still going to work out very well. I hope you guys enjoy what's coming next and see how it plays out. Yeah, so as I was saying before, like when I was explaining everything with the frozen, the swirl, the melt, vaporize, everything like that, what you want to do is you want to keep in mind of a rotation that you're always going to be able to use in a boss fight. Your bread and butter pretty much as far as fighting games go. But what you really want to do is you want to always have that certain rotation. Once I break the shield down, I know I go Fishcl, Venti, Kaeya, and then I go back to Jean. Venti's going to give me the swirl effect, but I always pop Fishcl first because Fishcl's R2, her bird, it does some damage, and then it will cause the swirl effect to go into play with the superconduct, causing the most damage possible, as to if I was to go the other way around in reverse. Now, if I would, and this was actually a trial run because I messed up in a few seconds, which actually cost me a lot of DPS, even though it still went out pretty well. If you have it in mind and you do it repetitively, it'll just become pretty much muscle memory. But what I'm saying is, as you see the damage, I did about 70% HP within literally 20 seconds once I got the boss down and his shield was down and everything started going real smoothly. In the next clip I'm gonna show you though, it's really when everything starts to fall together, because I have my actual team, which is Xiangling, and Xingling's ability ult actually gives me a lot more DPS than what Kaeya's does. I hope the video has been very productive for you guys, knowing that, you know, elemental combinations can really do a lot for your DPS. You don't really need the best of the best. You can be pretty substantial just for what you got. You just have to really put a team together, which team comp, you know, helps with everything in advance. You can't just throw things together and expect to have a great DPS. Even if you were to have 1,000 on each character, a team with 500 on each attack and great composition with each other would have more DPS than every character that you have on your team having 1,000. So yeah, I hope you guys find the video good and leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.